Hello everyone, my name is Charity and I'm an intuitive tarot reader. If you'd like to know more about these readings, all the info is in the description box below. If you'd like to add your energy, please hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you be a part of the collective. This is going to be a you and them tarot reading for the Cancer Collective. So this is going to be about you and your person. So whoever you're connected to or whoever is connected to you could show up. So let's see what's going on for you today. Spirit, please show me Cancer and their person. Please show me. There you're on the split. Your power card there, the Chariot, and the Magician. So, manifesting something and moving forward. There's a direction that your heart is leading you and you're manifesting something there. So let's see what's going on for you, Cancer. Please show me Cancer and their collective. Oh my goodness, that's my dyslexia. Please show me Cancer and their person. My goodness, I do apologize. Show me Cancer and their person. Show me Cancer and their person. Okay, it's taking a few extra shuffles for you today. Show me Cancer and their person. Okay. Okay, there we go. Just needed a few extra shuffles there. Show me Cancer and their person. Please and thank you. All right. Okay, so here we have the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Star. Okay, well that's beautiful. Here we have the King of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles, okay? We have the Magician, we have the Nine of Cups, the Two of Swords, we have the Three of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. We have the Six of Wands. Did I say the Six of Wands up here? Anyways, the Eight of Wands, the Six of Pentacles. Sorry if I did. That would also be my dyslexia if I did. We have the Six of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. Okay. Let me see what these next three are. Okay, we got the Seven of Wands, Justice. Okay, the Emperor. Okay. Okay, yeah, I might pull the rest of these cards too. I might pull these next three cards too when we get there. Okay. Okay, I see. All right. All right, I just wanted to make sure that this was heading in the direction that I was thinking it was. Okay. Okay, so here we have the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Star. I mean, this is really beautiful, Cancer. I am seeing you here. Now, the Page of Cups and the King of Cups both could be you here. Or, this could be, the Page of Cups could be someone coming and opening their heart to you and being vulnerable towards you. But, I kind of am seeing this as both you. I think that you want to open up and I think you want to be vulnerable from the heart. And you have a lovely heart here with the King of Cups. You're very loving and caring and you love deeply and fully. You're not afraid to express your emotions. You're very intuitive as the King of Cups. And there is a wish, a dream, a desire that you have. And I do believe it does involve another person. And you want to open up your heart towards this star, whoever this person is that you see as a desire, a wish, a dream. You know, you want to be a little bit vulnerable, and you want to open your heart to this person, because you do see longevity with this person that is a part of this star. So, you know, that's good. That's really great that you want to open your heart and be vulnerable. Now over here, we have the King of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the the Queen of Pentacles. So, you know, we have two people here. I do believe one of them is you. And so the King of Pentacles, you know, this is, well, the King and Queen of Pentacles both, you know, they are usually very comfortable with themselves, especially when it comes to the material world, especially like finances and stuff like that. But, you know, a lot of times the King and Queen of Cups is very nurturing and caring. You know, they like to take care of, you know, their family. But also the King and Queen of Cups is also about self-worth. And with the Four of Swords right in the middle here, but in between these two people, which I do believe one of them is you, and I am leaning towards that you are, well, you could be either or. You know, I kind of feel like you might be the Queen of Pentacles, but please reverse energies because they're very similar, you know. So, you know, I think that you're taking time out here to reflect, and, you know, you're trying to do a little healing here. And it has to do with somebody that you were connected to, or you could be still connected to this person. But you and this person, you are vibing on the same frequency, especially when it comes to like maybe finances and, you know, comfortability. I'm so sorry. That's my dyslexia. Sometimes I get tongue-tied, even though I know how to say the word. I do apologize. You know, when it comes to finances and, you know, being comfortable, especially like your house, your home, and taking care of yourself and, you know, the people in your life that you know, you care about the most, these, you know, you and this person definitely have things in common, and you definitely are, you know, vibing on the same frequency, as I said. But you're trying to, you know, the Four of Swords is a minor healing card, so you are trying to reflect on you and this person's connection. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Hanged Man, so you're trying to gain perspective here, and it is about you and this person. Now, I feel like this is separate from this. It really feels like it is. I think that you have a wish and a desire, and you want to be vulnerable and open up, possibly to someone else. That is the energy that is here. But you are taking time out to reflect, gain perspective on you and someone's connection. Now this person, you could have been in a relationship with this person, or you could still be in a relationship with this person, or maybe this is someone that you work with. It is possible, you know, just because this is a you and them tarot reading, you know, it isn't always romantic partners, you know, that show up. So this very well could be a work partner, you know, somebody that you maybe own a business with, or a coworker or something like that, or co-owners of a business. You know, it kind of feels like that, honestly. It really does. It feels like you and this person have worked together, and you're taking time out to reflect on this, on you and this person's connection, and you and this person, and financial things. It's coming across that way. This person feels maybe like a business partner. Now, you know, I don't know if that person and you were romantically involved before. You know, that would be something that you would know. But you're definitely taking time out to think about you and that person, and maybe your partnership going forward when it comes to business and finances. But you are manifesting something here that would be a wish fulfillment for you. So there is something here that would personally make you happy. And I do believe it has to do with this star and, you know, you wanting to open up and be vulnerable. You know, you have a wish fulfillment and you are manifesting here, but you're being a little indecisive. Well, you are being indecisive. I don't know to what degree, but you are going back and forth in your mind. And honey, whenever you manifest, you have to be very clear. You have to be very crystal clear what you want. You don't want to have any confusion, honey, because that's whenever you can manifest things that isn't correct for you and isn't what you want. So, you know, be conscious about how you're manifesting. Now, it is possible that, you know, you're manifesting this because it is a wish fulfillment, and you found that out and you know you were going back and forth on this, and you made a decision. And I do believe you are making a decision here, but don't have any self-doubts, okay? So, you know, just make sure you're manifesting with confidence, and make sure you're being crystal clear on your manifestations, because whatever this is, you have a lot of love for it, honey. It is a personal wish fulfillment for you, and it would really make you very happy on an emotional level. And I don't want that to get messed up because you're doubting yourself, or, you know, maybe being a little indecisive or confused because you are going back and forth. So just make sure you're being clear on your manifestations, okay? Because you have a lot of love for this, whatever it is. It would very much make you very happy on a personal, emotional level. And you are manifesting it. So, you know, be confident with your manifestations. Okay, now over here, I do believe we switch back to finances. We have the Three of Cups here, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. So I see you know, connecting here in a celebratory way. You are communicating here, and I do believe that this has to do with some sort of work contract with the Six of Pentacles. I think that you are, yeah, you know, you could have had a recent accomplishment financially wise. So if you did and you're celebrating, you know, a new work contract or something like that, you know, congratulations, good job. This is how this is coming across. So I think we're getting half personal and half financial. And, you know, your work partner, your somebody you own a business with, something, or somebody you just work with on certain projects or something. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of both. We're getting personal, and we're also getting some work stuff. Now, It is possible, though, that you were romantically involved with someone that you work with. That is possible, okay? So the energy is here a little bit, so I'm just wanting to report that. Now here we have the Six of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. Okay, so somebody, I am seeing this Six of Wands as, I feel like somebody's being a little egotistical, a little prideful here. Somebody is coming forward here with the Page of Pentacles. I think that this person wants to start up something with you. Maybe they want to invest. But there's some negative past emotional feelings connected to this person. So, you know, this could be somebody that, I mean, this could be this person that you are reflecting on up here. This King of Pentacles person. I do feel like you're the Queen of Pentacles, but like I said, reverse energies. You know, this person, and up here, you're just reflecting on this person. You know, you're thinking about that person and you and that person's connection. Now, you might not work with that person any longer, but I feel like that person is trying to come back, and you know, they're doing it for not really great reasons, because this person, I think, likes how they are seen by being connected to you. And I think that this person wants to try to invest in something with you, but there's negative past pain here when it comes to this person. So I don't know if this person has ill intentions for you. I don't know. The energy is there a little bit. I feel like this person is kind of wanting almost like retaliation. It kind of feels like that. It really does. I don't think that this person has the greatest intentions towards you. And I do believe you know this. I do. There's too much past pain with this person. This person is egotistical and prideful. And I think that this person, you know, kind of just wants to get to the top financially, like, you know, financial wise. And they like how things look. They like to be looked at by other people. They like for people to admire them, and you know, just it feels negative. It does. I think this person has some jealousy. I do feel that. I'll pull some oracles on that, and we'll find out a little more about that, honey. But something about that isn't right, and I think you also know this because you're blocking this person. You're putting up boundaries at the very least. You could possibly be permanently blocking this person. This person is trying to come forward. This person is going to come forward with a Page of Pentacles. And your response to this person coming forward towards you is immediately putting up boundaries and blocking. So, and you're doing this because you know it's correct. You know that this is justice for you, and also because you're empowered and you know who and what to invest in. And this person ain't it, because there's too much past negative pain and too much past negative attachment to that person. And that person could have been someone that you were a work partner with, like I said. Or it could have been someone you were in a relationship with that you also worked with in some way. But you are blocking this person. You're putting up your walls. You're putting up those boundaries because this is correct. This is justice. And you're doing this because you're empowered. And you know that this is what you have to do. And when you're, when you're an emperor or empress, this is part of it. You have to know who and what to invest in. You have to know when to, put up those boundaries. You have to know when to, block people. You have to know what is and isn't a good investment. And you're saying this person, allowing this person to, get in on, maybe this person wants to get in on some sort of work contract that you recently acquired, because you are celebrating something here that I do feel has to do with your work. And I think that this person seen this, and I think they're trying to come and get in on it. But there's too much negativity here with this person. And this, like I said, this person, I do not feel they have good intentions. They feel very prideful and egotistical. And it's like they do this because they like how they look. This person really likes people to admire them. That is the energy here. And you know this. And you're putting up those boundaries or blocking this person because it's justice and because you're empowered. So good job, Cancer. Good job. And this is something you've been gaining perspective on here. You're the first zodiac sign to show me, a work partner. Now, you could have also been romantically connected to that person in some way. That is possible. You would know, you would know that. But over here, this is personal. There's somebody that you want to open up to and be vulnerable towards, because you desire that person and you see longevity with that person, and it is a wish for you to connect with that person. So you are manifesting this wish fulfillment that involves this person that you want to open up and be vulnerable to. But just make sure you aren't, doubting yourself and your manifestations. And maybe this person coming in, maybe that caused you to, kind of second guess yourself, or maybe it threw you off a little bit. But let's get some oracles here. I'm curious. Please show me okay. Yeah, this person's unfriendly. They have a hostile attitude. Yeah, they do. I had a feeling. Yeah, you're blocking them for a very good reason. Yeah, you are. Okay. Yeah, you're saying goodbye. The time has come to part ways. Yeah, you're parting ways with this person because it's right. So you're full on blocking this person. You are, which, it seems like it's needed. Yeah, you are definitely, you are definitely focusing on your career. I can see that. Yeah, this person, there's negativity here. I'm hiding my true intentions, and I don't actually care about your well-being. Well, this person sounds like a piece of work. Yeah, you don't need that. No. And you gained the perspective you needed. Yeah, I had a feeling this person didn't have good intentions. No, and they don't. They're hiding their true intentions. They don't actually care about your well-being. And that's pretty messed up. That's somebody that you definitely want to block, and part ways with, because that's not healthy, and that. Let's see here. Yeah, this person gaslights you. I will deliberately manipulate your perception of reality until you're doubting your own experiences. Oh my God, I said, this person coming back, I think, caused you to doubt yourself and kind of threw you for a loop. Yeah, it's because this person gaslights you. They deliberately manipulate your perception of reality until you're doubting your own experiences. Oh, yeah, this person's not good, honey. I'm so glad to see you block this person. Yeah, that person, yeah, not healthy at all. Oh, good job, Cancer. Good job. Yeah, there's somebody here that you have love for, yeah. Yeah, I love you and I only want to add happiness to your life. Yeah, there's somebody here that you really want to, yeah, you want to connect to them. You want to open up emotionally to that person and be vulnerable and express your love. Express some love to that person. So here we have apology. It says, I'm still not over what happened and would appreciate an apology. Well, so this person thinks you owe them an apology. They're not over something that happened in the past, which I see that here. This person, you know, they're holding on to the past here. You know, and you don't need that. You don't need someone that is gaslighting you and has a hostile attitude. I mean, that's not good. And they're yelling at you. I'm mad at you. I'm unhappy and I want you to feel as badly as I do. Yeah, honey, you're doing the right thing. You are. You're absolutely doing the right thing. Yeah, saying goodbye. The time has come to part ways. Absolutely. Yeah, this person's envious. They will seek to undermine your successes as means of elevating their own standing. Yes, and that was kind of what I was trying to get at earlier when I said, you know, this person really likes how people perceive them and the attention, and they like people to admire them. By them being connected to you, it benefits this person. But this person, yeah, they have no regard for your well-being or anything like that. This person's not a good person. I mean, this person really is trying to retaliate, I do believe, from maybe some sort of perceived wrongs of the past. Yeah, there's some sort of secret here. There's something huge I'm dying to share with you. You know, this could be you, whoever this is you want to open up to and be vulnerable towards. I feel like that is connected to that. Man, that person really is not. Yeah, honey, they have ill intentions. They're trying to trick you. I have ill intentions and am planning on deceiving you. Yeah, I called that. Yeah, I felt that energy, absolutely. Well, good job, Cancer. You're doing the right thing. Yeah, this person, wow, we're getting the same cards. You know, yelling and trick and dishonesty. Yeah, they withhold information from you for their benefit. This person is bad news. Yeah, absolutely they are. Yeah, there's something they're holding on that happened in the past. They haven't gotten over something that occurred in the past. Well, you know, they're going to have to work through that themselves. You know, this person might have needed some sort of financial assistance as well. They could have been asking you for a loan of some sort. But yeah, okay, the future. Yeah. It says future. It says, sorry. It says, I'm thinking ahead and wondering what our relationship will look like in the future. Absolutely you are. You know, there's somebody that you want to connect to, that you really desire, and you see longevity with this person. You are thinking, you know, long term with whoever this person is that you want to open up to and be vulnerable towards. Man, that person really gaslit you. They were just really manipulating your perception of reality until you were doubting your own experiences. So, Cancer, make sure this is a permanent block, okay? You need to make sure this is permanent, because this person is not good and they really want retaliation, and they have ill intentions towards you, for you. And please don't let this person talk you into letting them be connected to you in any way. And I don't feel like you are. You're doing the right thing here because you are empowered. But just make sure this is permanent, because this person's not good. This person is really a piece of work, and they need to work on themselves for sure. But that person, it doesn't feel like that person's going to change. So yeah, it's better if you just completely block that person permanently, because yeah, you don't need that. Let me check the time here. Okay, we're at 31, so I better go ahead and close this out. Well, a lot of this was, I believe, financial, but yeah, I did pull one card here for you. Release your ex. This person could be your ex. You could have worked with this person, but like I said, I kind of felt like maybe you were romantically connected to that person in some way. You could have just, yeah, I don't know. It could have been, it could have been a coworker that you were kind of having a situationship with. I don't know though. You might have been in a relationship with this person, because it says release your ex. So, but you would know, what you and that person's relationship was. But I do strongly feel you did work with that person in some way. But yeah, this person, they're not a good person. But whoever this is that you see as a dream here, that person's your soulmate. So, make sure you're being very confident with your manifestation here, because this really is a wish fulfillment for you. And I want you to have it, because this person is your soulmate. Yeah, there's red flags. Yeah, you've seen them. You've seen the red flags. Yeah, the signs are cautioning you. Just be mindful. I don't know when this person's going to be coming in and trying to connect with you. But pay attention to those red flags, because there's going to be a lot of red flags with this person whenever they come, try to get you to reconnect with them. So be mindful of that, honey, because that person is not a good person. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and this situation is calling for you to have faith. Trust yourself. You really need to trust yourself here. You're doing what's correct for you. So make sure you're really trusting yourself, and don't doubt yourself. You are calling in your soulmate. You are. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And you know who this person is. But you haven't connected with that person yet, but you will be. And P.S., this could be the one. Well, that ain't bad. And you deserve love. You are lovable. Absolutely, Cancer, you are. So I know that your ex here, that I do believe you worked with in some way. Yeah, this person really has bad intentions, and they don't care about your well-being, and they're gaslighting you and manipulating your perception of reality. That person seems like a narcissist, and, my advice would just be to make sure this is a permanent block, and completely, disconnect and say goodbye permanently to that person, because, there's something here that is beautiful that is coming in for you. You are calling in your soulmate, and that person is your soulmate, and they could be the one. I believe they are the one. And so don't let this person, you know, get in the way and try to get you to doubt yourself. You know, don't let this person try to talk you into getting back with them or anything like that. Or even if they're trying to work with you in a work, like a literal work situation, I wouldn't even do that either. Because this person, they have bad intentions. Yeah, this person, their energy is not good, honey. This person is toxic. So, and I don't want you to have to, you know, you've already experienced a lot of past pain with this person, and I don't want you to experience any more pain. And I know you don't want to either. You're ready to move on. I think you already have moved on, but this person is going to come back at some point. So just be mindful of that. I don't know when exactly. But, you know, maybe March, April, May, somewhere around there maybe. But make sure you permanently block that person. And you know this is correct. You do. This is justice for you. And you're empowered. So, you know, just remember, you're doing what's correct for you. All right, Cancer, this is all I have for you today. I hope that this helped you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to donate, the info's in the description box below. If you choose to do so, it's very much appreciated. I'm sending love and light to all, and I hope everyone has a blessed day.